Express yourself. You don't never be held from nobody else. All you got to do now, express yourself. Whatever you do, do it good. Whatever you do, Lord, Lord. Do it good. Oh yeah. It's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing. It's what you're doing when you're doing what you look like you're doing. Express yourself. Express yourself. They're doing it on the moon, y'all. In the jungle too. Everybody on the floor now. Jumping like a kangaroo. So let the horn do the thing they do, y'all.
Hello to everyone. Thanks for coming. I would like to show you first my first works. So you can see the progression of my work, how I start, now where I am now. I'm not going to show it all because they are too much. You're going to get bored. This is one of the first, 2004 approx. In that time I used spray tan. I don't like them very much now. These are the beginnings. They are all in Buenos Aires. These are more like illegal paints by night with other guys in Buenos Aires. We paint this wall and the day after they came and painted it over gray, the people of the building. In Buenos Aires we have a lot of buildings, they are occupied, so abandoned. The people just use it and they are like free. So this is one of that buildings. We went with a couple of guys and with stairs and we've been like one day painting. This was 2005. This is all abandoned places. In Buenos Aires there are political parties. They paint the walls with political message. They took all the walls. So we have like a war between graffiti artists and politicals. All the time we paint and they came and painted over. And this is a piece I made and this is how it's today. Yankees go home. There is a real war between graffiti and politics. This is the bridge. This is the first time I start painting like cities. This is a huge bridge in Buenos Aires. I spent like 4 days painting. It was crazy because when I was painting it, the police came and just stand and say, "What you doing?" He said, "Nothing, just painting." Wow. What are you painting? What you see. Okay, be careful of cars, they told me. Just that. In Buenos Aires there is a lot of problems, social problems, so the police have a lot of things to do instead of looking for artists, painting. This is the other side. The neighborhoods, they were very happy and all the time they were passing, crossing the bridge. They told me like, keep on going, paint it all. And it was like, okay, I will paint the other side. This one is in Buenos Aires Zoo. This is a rail train, also in Buenos Aires. This is like a supermarket, one of the walls. Yeah, everyone painted there. This is a house. It was a commission work. I painted 2 years ago. The neighborhoods were like, I don't know, stone. They go out to the street and, what is that? But they like it. They send me emails every day. I don't know every day, but so much, telling me, wow, that's very good. It used to be a commercial TV, commercial agency. And they asked me to paint, and they tell me, of course. But when they are public walls, no, I don't ask for permission because they are public. So I think that the city is I don't know, it's our city. So I live there, and if I want to paint, for me it's right to paint. This is a wall near one of the Autobahn in Buenos Aires. This zone was a lot of buildings, and when we were in the military government in the 60s, they threw away all the buildings. They were going to build an Autobahn that they never built. So there's a lot of, now like parks, but a lot of brush buildings. This is a roof, a friend's house. It's in Mexico. In 2007 I went to Mexico and I met Ataque Ninja. He's one of the oldest graffiti artists in Mexico City. And he took me to paint. This is the Reforma Avenue. It's like the principal avenue. And we paint this, but it lasts like 2 days, and they came, the government will paint it over. This is also Mexico, but far away from the city. It's a place called San Agustin. Then I traveled to Oaxaca. It's in the mountains, a village, native village in the mountains, Mexico. Met Line. He's one of the, I think he's the only graffiti artist in that village. This is his house. It's a fabric, also in Mexico. Then I get back to Buenos Aires. I did this wall, University City, like a college. This was for a movie. They filmed a movie on that wall. They used it. This is another house. I paint with some friends also. Then I go to Montevideo, Uruguay. This was for a graffiti exhibition. The wall of other squatter house in Buenos Aires. I painted with 2 other artists also. This is in a friend's house. Then I traveled to Central America, to Costa Rica. I did this also in a friend's house. I was inspired by the lizards, because there were a lot of lizards going around. This is a bridge in San Jose, it's the capital. This is a bridge, very, very popular. A lot of people go to work. From Costa Rica I went to Cuba, and this is like a school. It was quite difficult to paint in Cuba because the paint is very, very bad. And also to buy the paint is in Cuba it's very weird. They work on, they have their own shops, they work on paint stores, for example, but instead of selling you the paint, they store the paint and go to your house and give it to you. So everyone had to do that because they can't survive. They don't have money even for food. It's very sad. So I work with the crew of Cuba. They are muraleando. We paint in a neighborhood that is legal to paint. The rest of Cuba is almost impossible. If you try to paint, you go to jail directly. This is the house of Doña Mayra. Then I go back to Costa Rica. and paint this on university also, and they asked me to paint. It was a little inspired by the rainforest, the jungle of Costa Rica. This is the last paint I made in Buenos Aires. It's like the silk screen maker, the house. This is the last one. Maybe if you want to ask some question, I don't know. It's like a rush, you know, a rush of energy, like no mind at all. It's just action. That is what I love of painting on the streets, because it's the moment. You don't have to think about nothing. Normally I don't use a sketch, just go and paint. It depends on the wall. If the wall is inspiring me, like the one in Costa Rica, the bridge, I went there and inspired me for two hands holding the bridge. I paint that, but mostly I go to a wall and paint. No, I think the contact comes later when you show the canvas. That's because I love to paint on the street, because a lot of stories happen around, I don't know, painting on Buenos Aires is really wild because you found a lot of people very crazy, I don't know. Maybe in other countries also, because the streets, you know, everybody's on the streets. You can find everything. Mad people, good people. Yes, of course. It's more like a work for myself. But I don't like too much to paint on canvas, because it's too much mind, you know. It's too much time looking, and I don't like. I prefer like the rush of the street. Yes, it's strange. For example, here in Costa Rica, I was painting and the police came and stand like, what the fuck you think you're doing? You foreground stranger. And I was with some guys of some ticos in Costa Rica, and I don't know, they speak with the police and so he's from Argentina, he will go to paint on Cuba, and the police said, okay, very good, okay, let him paint. So maybe it's a little like, you know, go with the flow in the moment and see what happened. The same was at the bridge with the police when they came and told me, what are you doing? And I said, I'm just painting, and they go away. It depends on each city also. I would like, but I don't know. I have 3 days or maybe less. I would also like to go around and see a little of the city, because I've been here all the time. 2 days or 3 days here. The same happened at Berlin and Paris, but in Paris I have to be a little more. I have time to paint also, but usually when I make exhibition, it's just work. I don't have time to go around, and also have time to see how is the city. You can go out with paints and paints anywhere, because I don't know, it's a little dangerous. You have to take some time to research with people and where can you paint, where not, what kind, where is a good spot. No, I would like to. It's hard to get the visa. Mostly if you are South American, they look you like, what you going to do in our country? We don't want unemployed people. It's very difficult. I always admire like Bosco, the Bosch, Keiichi Tanami from Japan, Jim Woodring, a lot of artists. Also other kind of artists like Lucian Freud and Bacon, I don't know, Tapies from Spain. A lot of artists, not necessarily from graffiti or maybe more graphic art. Sometimes I get inspired by native folk art, mostly from Argentina, Peru. I've been in Peru and the folk art is very nice. And in Mexico also the huicholes, they are a native from Mexico. They use San Pedro, it's like a plant, religious plant, and they paint very vibrant colors. Very nice. Yes. They also made some wood figures inspiring with this plant. It's like kind of hallucinogenic plant, and a lot of creatures they created are similar to mine. No, I didn't study. No. My favorite color? I think yellow. For example, in Brazil, there is something called pichação. It's like, I don't know if somebody hear about that. It's very particular from Sao Paulo. It's like the ghetto. They use, it's like they themselves said like it's the poor cousin of graffiti, because they use like a roll and just that, and they don't have money for nothing more than just one color, and they make like big tags on buildings, and it's very, very particular with characters. Characters, I mean letters. And nowadays you can see that kind of paint in other cities. So it was born in Sao Paulo, but now I've been in Berlin and I saw pichação, and it was made by people from Berlin. I think it's always mutating. Like I don't know. I wouldn't like to stay on a style, because it's like, I don't know, maybe I would feel boring. I prefer to go, I don't know how many time I will be doing this, maybe a couple of years more, and then I will paint another things. I don't know. You have to eat. Sometimes you have to work with them. It's like, I don't know. I don't like too much because they have their own rules and their own times, and I don't like it. But sometimes I have to do it. It depends on the case and what kind of exposition, you know. Oxemios, they have painted a big wall in Berlin for Nike, and I don't know, they are still being Oxemios. I don't see too much difference between selling an artwork, a drawing or a canvas, and working for a brand. A lot of artists made things for brands. Miguel Angel paint for the Pope. It was a brand in these days, in that days. The church was like a brand. Maybe 7 years ago. No, 7 years ago. But I paint since I have memory, I don't know. Always. Well, I work in animation, design. Yes, I did a lot of things, but I decided to start painting, and so all paint, nothing more. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming.